Right now at 6, a La Crosse woman charged with human trafficking is back in court. The details of her alleged crimes.
And a new era. UWL's new chancellor steps into office after his predecessor was fired for appearing in online pornography.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. New details on a La Crosse woman accused of human trafficking. 28-year-old Chantil Kibler is formally charged with 4 counts of human trafficking and 1 count each of false imprisonment, felony bail jumping, and possession of drug paraphernalia. According to the criminal complaint, the victim sold drugs for Kibler's boyfriend, Dre Broadnax, in Wausau, Wisconsin. After the victim lost some of Broadnax's money, he forced her to come to La Crosse. Kibler allegedly forced her to have sex with multiple men to, quote, earn his money back. After about a week, the victim was able to escape and filed a report with police. Kibler is currently in jail on a $500,000 cash bond. The investigation is still ongoing. Kibler has another open case in La Crosse County for drug possession, according to online court records.
911 lines are currently down in Richland County. That's according to a Facebook post shared by emergency services personnel this afternoon. If you live in Richland County and have an emergency, you can call that number on your screen instead. 911 service was also down in Crawford County earlier today. That has since been restored. The cause of the disruption is unclear at this time, though we'll continue to follow the story for updates and post any such updates on our digital platforms.
Well, a decent start to the day here in the Coulee region. It was sunny, but we did have some storms come through this evening not too long ago, Greg.
Yeah, we still got storms going on, especially as you go further north, but there's some also for the La Crosse area. And if you're under one of them, you actually get a pretty good downpour and even some small hail, too. Right now, we do have a line with a special weather statement out just southeast of Eau Claire. There is a line of storms that are beginning to push east. It looks like it's weakening, but they could have some small hail, wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So that's the line that we're kind of tracking. Once again, it's showing some weakening trends. Not severe, but still could impact your evening commute. And there's some showers just along I-90 or just south of it. Just some light showers, and that extends down into Crawford County, too. Well, once again, activity really light. If you kind of time that out, you can see overall the activity really begins to decrease towards 8. So you might still see a shower. By the time you get to 9 to 10, everything is quieted down, and we should be good for the rest of the night. So La Crosse, a few showers maybe in the next couple of hours. Otherwise, we'll be upper 60s by the time we get to 11 p.m. Then as we go towards Eau Claire, too, a lot of the activity I think may be over with, but maybe you can roll out a shower to about 8 p.m. and then otherwise getting down to the mid-60s and clearing skies, too. Now, our average high temperature right now, we are peaking. We should be about 83 to 86. And the good news is that stays with us to the end of July. And then we start to fall in August.
So fall in August.
The fall in August. Okay.
Just a slow fall, but this is really climatologically going to be the hottest part of the year right now.
All right. Thank you, Greg. 18,500. That's how many passengers rode on Borealis trains in the first month of service, according to Amtrak Midwest. The Borealis trains made their debut in May, offering connecting rides from St. Paul to Chicago with new stops in La Crosse and Tomah. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation Secretary says the initial data is promising and reflects the hard work done to bring the service to the people of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. That train makes 8 stops a day. Passengers can catch a train from La Crosse to Chicago daily at 2:16 p.m.
Construction begins today at the intersection of Wisconsin State Route 16 and County Highway M in West Salem. According to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, the project will add new left turn lanes on Route 16, resurface County Highway M, and install new traffic lights. During construction, Route 16 will be reduced to 1 lane each way. County Road M will be closed for repaving. WisDOT expects that work to be completed by late August, weather permitting.
Always weather permitting. Last week, UWL's new Chancellor James Beebe took over the role. Our own Allison Fergant met with Chancellor Beebe today as UWL kicks off a new era. Allison joins us live. Allison.
Ken and Emily, Chancellor Beebe is taking over for former UWL Chancellor Joe Gao, who was fired after appearing in online pornography. While Gao's tenure is still up in the air, Chancellor Beebe is focusing on the future. When asked about what it's like to become a university's leader during a difficult time, Beebe stressed the importance of staying focused on the university's goals. Last month, the interim chancellor, Ben C. Morgan, said Gao damaged the university's reputation and hurt donations. It's something Beebe hopes to reverse.
I think to focus on what we do really well here, focusing on the positive things that UWL has done and will continue to do.
The Faculty Hearing Committee has still not released their decision on whether former Chancellor Gao should keep his tenure at the university. But when they do, Beebe can decide whether to recommend the UW Board of Regents fire his predecessor. And overall, Beebe says right now is a difficult time for higher education. Last year, UWL was just one of 3 UW system schools who had a balanced budget. He says it's critical to keep that positive momentum going. Reporting in La Crosse, Allison Fergit, Ken and Emily, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allison.
Building the skills to manage conflict and enhance workplace wellness. That was the goal of a conflict workshop at Viterbo today. The 2-hour event was run by the Greater La Crosse Area Diversity Council, commonly called GLAD-C. According to the council, today's workshop focused on navigating conflict, understanding power dynamics, and overcoming cultural barriers. GLAD-C's executive director says its goal is to help workplaces create a culture of inclusion.
The Greater La Crosse Area Diversity Council is here to make sure that it's providing the services so that the local organizations can learn more about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and then create a culture of inclusion within the workplaces.
GLAD-C says today's event was perfect for leaders, managers, and anyone looking to promote diversity and inclusion in the workplace. The organization's annual conference is set for October 24th.
A perfect blend of patience and energy.
We'll head to Winona for our latest top-notch teacher after the break.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Looking to unlock the door to your dream home? Look no further. Stop dreaming and start living when you apply for a home loan with Ultra. With our competitive rates, local servicing, and an expert team, we can help turn your dreams into a reality. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, applying is easy and hassle-free. Get started online or visit your local Ultra office, where your dream home awaits. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
Top Notch Teacher is sponsored by Viterbo University and Dahl Honda.
We continue our monthly Top Notch Teacher segment with a visit to a Winona elementary school, where a second grade teacher's patience and energy can light up not just his classroom, but an entire building. Jefferson Elementary School teacher Kyle Martin was in for a surprise at a morning assembly.
The Top Notch Teacher Award goes to Mr. Martin. Come on down, Mr. Martin.
And if the applause is anything to go by,
everyone loves Mr. Martin.
Martin has taught second grade at Jefferson for 9 years. He's basically been destined to teach.
My mom taught PE and my dad was a drafting and a woods teacher, and spent a majority of my life in elementary school and in the high school.
Whether he's in his classroom or coaching varsity boys basketball at Winona Senior, Making connections is the name of his game.
Building relationships, having a place where my second graders feel safe, they feel heard, they feel listened to. A love of learning is something I try to inspire.
Something his colleagues say he inspires every day.
He's the guy that, they see in the hallway and they want to tell him about something cool that happened, or they want to give him a high five.
Those kiddos that might be struggling a little bit, if they go to Mr. Martin and get their hug, they are much better, smiling and having a great day.
And his students agree.
Doing math, seeing him, and giving him hugs. And he gives us popcorn every single Friday. He taught me how to play basketball.
Those moments stick with those kids as they grow up. Even after 9 years, Martin says he'll have past students come right up to him.
That means a lot to me, that they remember me, they remember some things we have done. Oftentimes they'll remember things that I kind of forgot, so it's a good conversation.
It's a reminder that each day of school, his approach can make a difference.
It's watching a student go through something hard and having that success and the smile on their face, learning new things and knowing that they can do things and they can change the world if they want to.
And if you have a teacher you would like to nominate for this segment, just head to our website, news8000.com. Our left-hand menu screen has a top-notch teacher option if you hover over the Features tab. Beryl makes landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. The damage it's done so far as the storm continues to batter Texas.
And rain chances continue through tomorrow, but probably less of it, and many hours will remain dry too, and this will extend until Wednesday, but we do have some heat in the forecast. I'll explain that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We need Katrina Shanklin in Congress.
She'll fight to restore women's rights to make our own healthcare decisions.
She'll use her experience to stop a national abortion ban.
And Katrina will protect our reproductive freedoms.
I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
I am your father.
At Allen Dental, we have hope for excessive snoring and disrupted sleep. Come to us for myofunctional therapy and oral sleep appliance.
Windows are a lot like car tires. They all look the same, but they definitely don't all perform the same.
Take our StarMark composite window, available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
This window is 12 times stronger than vinyl, 2,000% more airtight, and 40% more energy efficient. All at a price less than what many companies charge for vinyl windows. Don't settle on your new windows. Insist on the best windows you can buy.
Contact us today to receive free installation and 60 months interest-free financing.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
ADHD, ADD, mouth breathing, and bedwetting are signs your child may have a myofunctional disorder. If left untreated, it may cause other health problems. There is help with myofunctional therapy at Allen Dental. Contact Allen Dental today to schedule your evaluation.
We need Katrina Shanklin in Congress. I've seen her in action in the legislature, finding middle ground with both parties to get things done for workers and families. I trust Katrina to work for us in Congress.
I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
At least 36 people are dead in Ukraine after Russia launched its largest missile barrage in weeks.
The brazen daytime attack included a strike on Ukraine's largest children's hospital located in Kyiv. Video from the scene showed emergency workers and volunteers searching for survivors in the rubble. More than 600 patients were evacuated from the hospital, according to Ukraine's state news agency.
Alec Baldwin is going to be in a Santa Fe, New Mexico courtroom Tuesday when jury selection begins. The actor is facing manslaughter charges in the shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the film Rust. A judge in New Mexico denied a pair of motions from the actor's attorneys last week. His defense team claimed prosecutors mishandled evidence procedures related to the case. Baldwin's legal team say since the weapon in question was destroyed from FBI forensic testing, it was no longer possible to recreate the examination.
Well, some 145 million Americans are feeling the heat today. Excessive heat warnings are in effect for many states out west, along with heat advisories for parts of the East Coast and Deep South. That's after sweltering on the Strip in Las Vegas and record temperatures in California's Death Valley, where a motorcyclist died from suspected heat exposure. But the heat still draws tourists to the hotspot.
It's almost like climbing Mount Everest. How many people can say they actually climb Mount Everest? So it's just being there in the hottest place in the world.
It's worse than an oven. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like an oven. It's like walking in the oven.
Or a hot hair dryer.
Or you open the oven after 350.
Yeah.
It's in the face.
Excessive heat and humidity are also intensifying wildfires out west, with the lake fire in Santa Barbara quadrupling in size since Friday. The Salt Creek wildfire continues to spread in central Oregon.
Millions are without power today as Tropical Storm Beryl batters South Texas. The storm made landfall earlier today as a Category 1 hurricane, but has since been downgraded to a tropical storm. Acting Governor Dan Patrick has declared a state of emergency, with at least 2 people dead as a result of the storm so far. Authorities say 2.7 million people have lost power, most of them in the Houston area. Beryl is the first hurricane to make landfall in the U.S. this season.
Well, in the Coulee region, temperatures around the 80-degree mark and quite pleasant earlier in the day. Wondering, though, if there's any potential for some rainfall with the river levels starting to recede now, Greg.
Yeah, any type of rainfall that we get over the next 8 days, which is not much, it won't really do much to the Mississippi because we're continuing to go downtrend. All the gauges right now are falling. 2 of them actually up to the north are in minor. There'll be an action stage here pretty soon. La Crosse and McGregor here early next week. So it continues to fall, and like I said, none of the rainfall that we get now, we'd need quite a bit towards the mouth of Mississippi to get any sort of change. So that's the good news with the river levels too. Really, we've been stuck under this pattern of just northwest flow here, and it brings these little waves continuously down as it rides over that huge heat dome that's out to the west. And this pattern is going to continue for at least like 3 or 4 more days. So some of these come down, they produce showers and thunderstorms mainly during the afternoon hours, evening, and then they basically diminish overnight and another one comes. We're going to see a couple more of these along with some cloud cover from the former tropical storm Beryl too, that'll kind of impact some of our area, but not with any precipitation. So some showers and storms mainly till 9 tonight. We'll have fewer tomorrow. There's not quite that disturbance or that wave coming from the northwest down tomorrow, but still there is a few storms possible. A little bit more on Wednesday, kind of more like Monday's type of coverage, but then dry on Thursday, and that begins kind of a pattern change briefly. But overall, here's your activity right now. It should continue to push east, and by the time we get to about 8, I think a lot of it will be pushing just La Crosse or eastward. Areas to the west and north probably will be fine overall. That'll continue. Probably by the time we get to 9 or 10, it's really southwest Wisconsin or further east of the area for any type of shower or storm. Otherwise, we're seeing mostly clear, partly cloudy skies. We'll see that continue overnight. Temperatures falling back into about the mid-50s to low 60s. We might see some areas of low clouds developing once again towards the morning. This cloud cover is associated with the Beryl that's moving up towards Indiana. Just high clouds right now, but it does play kind of a role tomorrow in the weather because this will kind of keep any type of showers and storms probably at bay towards the southern area. We're going to see maybe a little bit of uptick in showers and storms towards the afternoon, just around Eau Claire or just to the northwest, beginning to push down. Some of that activity actually may drift towards La Crosse or I-90 towards the evening, but as you look at that compared to what we have right going on, it's far less coverage or chances as we go in tomorrow, but still temperatures seasonable. Mid-80s, a little bit warmer to the north. To the south, they might stick around the upper 70s near 80 with that cloud cover that's going on. That'll continue through the evening hour. Cloud cover persists. Won't be as cool as going in tomorrow night. There's your former Barrow pushing up to the north. Like I said, we get mostly cloud cover, and that actually will help kind of pull another little system down Wednesday, and that's why we're thinking we're going to see more showers and thunderstorms come Wednesday. As this kind of dives southward, especially west of the Mississippi, that'll provide that chance there as it digs further south. Barrow, meanwhile, will get the cloud cover. The precipitation stays near Chicago and southward as that begins to push north, but it keeps this northeast north flow going, and that's the impact that we're going to have from Barrow. Otherwise, once that passes through, we're going to see quite a few changes going into next week, towards the end of this week. All that heat out to the west is going to begin to expand and push to the east. So by the time we get to about Thursday, Friday, and especially towards the weekend, you're going to start seeing it push all the way over to our area. So we are going to see some heat and humidity come. The good news is once this gets into place, we do have a pretty good front that'll come through, so it won't last too long. Maybe a couple days through the weekend that we'll see the 90-degree mark. So, but for tonight, just a few showers and thunderstorms through about 9 or 10. Otherwise, we should have maybe some low clouds in the morning. Tomorrow, far fewer showers and storms. Still that chance out there. Otherwise, seasonable temperatures. And then as we go into Thursday, we're going to see Wednesday, more showers and thunderstorms, mid-80s, and then the warm-up starts really towards Friday and the weekend. Along with the temperature going up, the humidity is also going to go up too, so it could be kind of a muggy weekend, and then the cold front comes probably by Monday, so it won't be a long type of heat humidity, but we are going to get at least a taste of it.
It's coming nonetheless this weekend.
It's, the time of year where we should expect at least a couple days like that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Twins begin a set with the worst team in Major League Baseball. Plus, preparations for the Summer Olympics are underway as Team USA looks for another gold medal. Jacob is up next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Improving your home, improving your life with new entry doors. Few things in your home get the constant use of the entry door. Older entry doors are often hard to open, hard to close, drafty, cold, ugly, insecure, or all of these things, a source of daily misery. Correctly installed entry doors provide a safety and security for your family. They are easy to operate, provide comfort, and say welcome to family and friends. Call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm proud to be an American.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 22% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the Twins got out their fire extinguishers for the final 2 games of their set with the Astros to win the series and cool off one of the hottest teams in baseball. Tonight, the script flips and they get to take on the worst team in the majors. The Chicago White Sox are the opponent for Minnesota in just about 45 minutes. Chris Paddock is fresh off the injured list and pitching for the Twins. Chris Flexen gets the ball for the Southsiders. Minnesota is a perfect 7-0 against Chicago this season. And to nobody's surprise, Twins infielder Jose Miranda was named the American League Player of the Week earlier today. following a week that saw him make some history. Miranda was 14 for 20 at the plate, good enough for a 700 average, and he had a stretch where he had 12 straight at-bats with a hit, which tied a major league record. His scorching stretch raised his average from 294 up to 331, some video game numbers from the 26-year-old. It's been a rough stretch of it lately for the Loggers as their 15-3 loss last night against the Honkers dropped their second-half record to 0-4. As red hot as La Crosse was to end June, they've been as ice cold lately. Loggers will look for some revenge against Rochester tonight, this time on the road though. And as a reminder, they've already punched their ticket to the Northwoods League playoffs by winning the Great Plains East Division in the first half. Well, we're less than 3 weeks away from the Summer Olympics beginning in Paris, and the U.S. men's basketball team began practicing with the hopes of a 5th straight gold medal. The Americans have medaled in 19 Olympics, winning 16 gold medals, 1 silver and 2 bronze since the first games were held back in 1936. This year's squad has 5 returners from that team that won it in Tokyo. There are no Bucks on the U.S. team roster, while Anthony Edwards is the lone Minnesota Timberwolf player. And some news in the world of golf today. The PGA of America named Keegan Bradley as the captain of the 2025 U.S. Ryder Cup team. And this comes as a bit of a surprise as Bradley will be the youngest captain since Arnold Palmer did it back in 1963. Tiger Woods' name was in consideration as well. The move comes a year after Bradley was controversially left off the team as a player, so the U.S. looked to rebound after a 5-point loss to the Europeans back in 2023. So interesting stuff there.
Yeah, that's where they get that drink from, Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yes,
that's the
yeah.
guy.
He's known for that and a pretty good golf game as well.
I've never had one, but I've heard it in passing.
So we held the fort down last weekend. How was Colorado?
It was fantastic. I actually discovered my golf game out there.
Let's go.
So it's not good enough for the Ryder Cup, but maybe in a couple of years,
we'll see.
Maybe we'll get on there.
Ooh, nice.
Love it.
Thanks, Jacob.
Okay, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Maxwell White celebrates servicing the La Crosse Coulee region for 30 years. Much has changed, but not our commitment to you. Providing local, honest, and quality plumbing repairs and solutions. That's Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a luxating patella or floating kneecap? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in using both tibial tuberosity transpositions and block trochleoplasties to safely repair your pet's injury. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet Arch Supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
What you got, Greg?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Anyway, we got showers going on right now. A few showers actually hit La Crosse with a trace of rain. Eau Claire's had some too. Maybe a couple more hours for some areas, but otherwise it should be quiet after 9. Less showers tomorrow, more on Wednesday, and then notice the temp trend going through the weekend. The heat and the muggy is going to start coming back.
That's a bummer. I was kind of hoping that would be like a Thursday, Friday thing, and then the weekend's a little bit cooler.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that.
I wish it did. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.